Hi friends, welcome to MHJ Academy. In this video we understand table structure and data types. So fundamentally it is always suggested to understand the table structure, because while making the tables are actually the data tables are the homes for the data. So we need to be very careful in understanding them. So tables have got mainly two kinds of areas, which is records and fields. So records are horizontal rows in the data table, and each record defines one entity. So like in Excel, you have rows and columns. So you just try to relate that to Excel, you will understand easy. So the Excel rows, like in Excel rows, in Access, those are all called as records. And each record actually defines one entity, means a specific individual detail. Fields is vertical columns in the data table. Individual properties, each cell has got an individual property broken into smallest components possible. So we'll see how. So this is the table structure. So if you see order date, what is the status of invoicing? It is invoiced. Salesperson, who is the salesperson, customer name, company, and 477 is the subtotal order total. So basically it is talking about the order details. So it's a separate entity and separate transaction, and one transaction has got so many details. So it is kept in this is one record. Likewise, status. So this is basically the row in red circle, and this is the column where the status. So likewise, so order date is one field, and status invoiced is another field. Salesperson is Robert Zaire, another field. Likewise, so this, the fields are called as fields are basically vertical columns. Now you need to understand the data types first. It's very important. After that, we are actually discussing about relations between the tables. So that will be discussed in the next video. But first, try to understand the data types. Why data types? First, basically, that is a big question for us. The data types are very important because, see, you have order date and the status, the salesperson, customer name, customer, subtotal, order total. So different types of data is mentioned here. Here it is date. We have mentioned date here. So you can't simply write 11th December 2012. You can't write that. So it's written in a proper date format, so that Access can recognize the date in a proper way. And the status is basically the short text format. Salesperson is again name in the short text. Customer name is a short text. And subtotal is a currency type, and so on. So let us understand data types. And this data types is very important to understand. Without this, you can't enter the data properly. So each field contains a specific data type. So I have given the screenshot how the data type is appearing. While I am going to enter any new record, I'll first I have to select this. So I have to add this, so that accordingly that specific field is entered with that kind of data type, so that see, I am easily entering the data in a possible way. So one is short text. Short text is your name in a small description, which is below 255 characters. Long text is basically for having remarks and some more detailed information about certain record. Number is either whole numbers or decimals. And date and time is basically your timing and date of each transaction, each record. Currency values, of course, you have to put values for the invoice value or salary value or whatever, whenever the invoice currency is involved. Auto number is created by Access. We will discuss auto numbers in further videos while entering the data. Yes or no field, it's a binary field basically, where you can just tick or tick mark. So that basically it's like whether it is acceptable or not acceptable kind of data creation happens. This also we'll discuss in a very detailed way in the videos. attachment and hyperlink. You can attach files to the database so that somebody can refer the data required attachment whenever required. And hyperlink, if anything, any external data to be referred, so that you can give an hyperlink also. And calculated fields, you can create more fields with a calculation with the same data types, like suppose some currencies 2 into 2